catch a committees Libya. Ya we say you high, your spokesperson, the various committees. No, would that spokespersons will be under you as a national director of communication? No, would they operate under you?
Largely, no. So that committee, will be a National Council Committee. And they work and give their research findings to National Council through National Executive Committee. And almost necessarily are not an arm for communication, but communication the interaction about communication and as best information and data generated will be fed into our communication streamer as information about communication. But charge fundamentally is to generate data party housing, for example, or may agree, for example. Would be informed by our committee, they will take lead in generating that information. But as far as communication, your interaction with them, and they say they will share that information in terms of communicating and advancing the interests of the party. But say, party communication directed national, it is only to the extent, say, we are Kasama party, because everything about communication is managed by the communication directorate of the party. So the director of communication, or not the best to the extent, say, engaging in communication, the director of communication would be the person generally working with them. But it is not more so motion as they are National Council creation until they work to National Council specifically. But in terms of say communication, I act on being engaging, they work hand in hand with the party directorate of communication.
Because by some of us are confused, Kakra, because for example, for the transport committee now, you were spokespersons or the transport committee, so it means that those spokespersons wouldn't get any clarification from you before they speak. That was our problem. And two, we share your communication committee. So how different would that be from your office, your large office? How different would you, as a director of communication, your office and that communication office now, Makreti Sisiano?
Yeah. So the communication committee, right? The communication committee, advising the communication directorate. And the director of communication is the secretary to the National Council Committee now, taking care of communication. And policy, ideas, managing the affairs of communication, was a committee domain. And is a communication director, I knew Assembly and the Command National Council to be through that committee, working with the chair of the committee and the members, And that committee, it's always been there. It's part of the National Council Committee. It's not in conflict with the communication directive, no. But I say board, board, say the CEO, our board, committee, communication committee acts as the board governing the affairs of the communications of the party. So the director of communication, being the CEO, works with the board to implement the communication objectives of the party.
I see. There's another one that a bank of team. So read the NPP constitution. You have your discipline committee. I'm going to establish a discipline committee, and you have a discipline committee in your party. So that discipline committee women are ban. Omono ba be dia ankasa.
Discipline committee ben.
What you watch? Oh, sir. Okay. That I'm sorry. Can we roll it again? If you are made a mistake there. Yes, I think that we can roll it again. Say if there is nothing like that, then we can.
So there's a National Council standing committee, a disciplinary committee, a National Council committee.
Okay. So that one is there already. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Now help us. The selection process. How did you come by it? Because it looks like say yeni ya tietie no yehu ni say nipa osmasi we say na say kiade na baha na nipa we say na say kokwa ha we say na say ko beka ho ene ade for example nipa ba ko na nipa bebre eka nasem owura kwasi kwate our public relations officer Ediama Ministry of Education for 8 good years in the Estware Danado Dankwaku administration. But Usha we say no recently is very vibrant on radio and television, argue on behalf of the party. But I say the education sector, no, even the spokespersons no on Kahubi. So they bisa say, how did they come by the selection? No, Moyani say, Kwabena Mofaso Moyano.
Yeah, I mean, my take sa comment, you know, and I'll go for other India or Mabobo, Akamu. Your deputy, one of your deputies, George Krobi Asante. George Krobi Asante has been in this transport business for so many years, from railway to transport. Metro Mass Christ about 12 years. Transport there. Even a lot of people consulting when it comes to transport. But even Onukoye communication director in the transport is not part of the spokesperson. So tell us how the selection was done. Right. And then I say, George, we are deputy there. Kwesi kwate awakara sebi omo ina sepata say ombetumi awo sa committee no so but kwakwa you have a tight sports say nipa be me nsam enan na be koso blaster wa hayi ye ne support blaster also say omo bo what they say na bebere no so support no ebetumi aye coach bo mo ya coach ba ko ebetumi aka ho ma ya chi akobo bi ama blaster we ni omo a wo yina de omo si nche na de me no bi ni striker ha e be she go brachi omo a be ma no bi no but I can say at the end of the day no o hia a certain number of people na omo our team ni mo and what we have done now is to constitute a team so our team no ebe ye djuma na sa djuma na amba be no omo produce generate data ama ye nyina. And your communication team, no, larger NPP communication team, no, and they are very man. But we committee, no, I say, Munkonam information, and brand. Munkonam dos asset and more support. Not the work, they are buying yet, they are buying yet, and new ideas are if you gonna for her, but I penny say, and Abana any say, and you're banning out to the women now. Munko pesa information number. Some of your research, say, Ubeti, they have done a forecast, a carbon, and they have the report, AMA National Executive Committee, NABA National Council, Naya admitted that they are policy, Abwa, that they have informed your communication. Munko is into a specific task. Ultimately, a party for you now, for you, select a crack. Nano say, oh, my aunt select your mono, yet your mocha, and ye, and I said, your mocha home to me. But I say, a fixed spot, and to the papa could be in a bit to me. But the Akan, a Jumaka say now, now, between Asumu, Abuamai, and the consultation also, I was access a month for capacity, Juma, and then other considerations also, and they are selecting this. Then say omo a you free mono your time and ask omo to be here money there just fixed spot the obetumi a e dey aka ho na o tumi aka oyi ba ko film sesi a the way you film a owo so sesi a oyi onu film a we ka say na oyi we free mo but you say yeah a team a all limited number but one not nipa betumi a boss a team no bebere kwa but 22 na say o de kwa and one about to be there for Omakano, Obompa is a de Pabeta Mochi. Now Mako we need Caponabe, a Omano, and as a party. And yet, I dare say, said they be free move as I say, and Pomasum, and I say, the Peoma, their Caponasum chain or David, but say it's just a matter of practical constraints.
Okay, the young say, Oko constituency be your communication director at the constituency level, and there was a quite a mode police station crash Wabeka mobile to Moswaba. It young say the police station communicator constituency to regional mem kanasna sankofo ni na nipa bebrebe about thousands of people we now report to Edemau you Mr. Richard Ahiaba now se bi obi a communication director e wo constituency bi na bi an district and I say locality no or on a communication se committee ya matiti efa expert o mo data mo spokesperson se bi obi aka bibi dia fa agrek ho o maye research any data bi e dia fa agrek ho ana say o mo dia fa be fa say communication ho a o mo ye ne se ba abonten a apart from omo no de ono no wo director of communication no ono no constituency any region level no ono obetimi akasa fa ho e dia ye debate abra we mu no ana so omo kwa ne ye delegate to omo se omo kwa ne betimi akoka ho asem minim so what the question
mato asepa David Obi and in America say edumakase no aye communication no and then ye nyina na be ti me ya kwesi kwati obo ni di George Kobia and deputy ye nyina because why manasa
so it means that you haven't disabled anybody
at all committees na eduma no titu pa na ye say sector no a omo ye dey show mo sabe the objective is that on the dogs asset and the support. And it is a base you can't agree that sector no the company now or Greek sector they are buying here as they are buying buying your own ye they are gonna for cancer ye per se are buying ye every Greek are buying ye are ye queen no nyaya are buying be ye so information no and omo gather e dey aboa party the job nya information na e ba party go enti communication officer ote Ketu South and as ote in South Madrid no benya access to that information through the communication directorate I am processing that information and after through training and as whatever means ye dey be ma omo na omo enya sa dey no e dey communicate but e be a bank from say na e be a sector no if you agree, now send me a banner per se, because I spoke to me a casa. I will have a great issues. Oh, I see. But interest or no one and a bit to me, Eddie sector.
I see that's fantastic. Now, let's stay in your office a little bit. Your office, no, you say be a Danyane, assembly ba, and as assembly by Enranado. For example, since America said President Mahama pass that a law bill ya abbey, legal bill ya abbey. Nyami watch that people will start discussing it. Now, a basse noa, who as the head, the arrowhead of all the communication directorate, no. Aya, what your communicators know what to say, and sometimes I say, hey, Charlie, we come they are all good there, but I would say, what should I say? I don't know.
Yes, your system, to me, Emma would be out here. It's a question of Asamabano party position, you're going. You know, sir, a bad party take position, a call from Mabubi, who said your party, no. Party India has a position about this legal barrier or media party position any day until Ubia to that line. That's that aspect in our system.
I see. So the beya obin kwaka different thing bia, but
there are issues. Say for example, you know, NDC decision by Omaye say bia. Let's take this bill for example, or even on the special prosecutor's officer. Court joining application say let's take away the attendant special prosecutor the decision to prosecute. Let's take it from him. No matter specific, policy specific issue. Except party no position. Every say you would say says our office of special prosecutor. Yen scrap and say and walk. Now say special prosecutor. The 2 million now. What does it mean? Does it mean that the better application all the friends say attorney general answer with 2 million prosecutor be. Now party no position. They said and yes, I say as far as the permission or the granting of any permission for prosecution to the special prosecutor, the Act acknowledges that the Constitution acknowledges prosecutions in that attorney general no point to me again. say on to me, yeah, he can authorize people in that constitution appreciate that. So in crafting the act, our conclusion is that the act allows for the special prosecutor to be able to make independent decisions to prosecute. But I don't interest on attorney general to be doing common. In the assembly we have a party position, we have to communicate it to go down. Say, yeah, your position is a position decision about taking on. Because the act makes us A, B, C, D, which means special prosecutor, but so we have that independence, not the age one. BBC, we have a system of communicating it to everybody. But in terms of say all can example of experience, if you have a story, if you have a for what you are no, there's no guidance about the principal issue, the substance of the matter. Is party will decide. They said you're going to see into that direction. Is something that we communicate, but I don't know we have a system.
Okay, Matthias, your party na hana yeko. Eti ekoya obefa so you also micromanage the message na ebeton kophobia that in the positive way towards your party.
Exactly. The main issue, the substance of the matter. And no, the party takes a position. No, maybe to me, what I say, some person must scrap it, and I say, many party didn't say scrap, and I say, maybe NDC 4% scrap. I think say no. Otherwise, you are not speaking for the New Patriotic Party. No, speaking for yourself, you can have that position. But some about will show you so. Say the director of communication for the New Patriotic Party speaking in that capacity, I cannot vary from the party's position because party, Egypt to say, sir, a special prosecutor office, a idea about the party is to fight corruption. It is our position is to fight corruption. Now we cannot disagree with an office that is working to fight corruption. It's only a party position guided by principle of the party. Every party member is told or is aware. I mean, sometimes based on our constitution and membership responsibility, wouldn't be said as same way the NPP say they because as a party, your values, your ideology, who say same way any ideology a call. Maybe a gray areas, our party say we say no, you disagree and I say agree. Any party for can now be able to say I say na party the position now be
that's very, very, very informative. Now catch you. For example, Office of the Special Prosecutor versus the Attorney General, Asamna Court to Supreme Court near the Abasa. Then me Kesben Media. We have a lot of high profile programs. For example, this one, The Punch and all that. Nebia your production team no at almost at your friend somebody New Patriotic Party say on speaking on the matter on behalf of NPP. Nebia most of nebia more illegal brains bi o hono ma esenka on the neighbor. Bibisa o aya vaze bi do Saturdays high profile programs no ne ade mami mobidi news file TV3 key point Good Morning Ghana Kesben matches so ne ade no aya wo no as a director of communication you delegate people assign people to go there and now say or if for now from one or more you give them the free will.
So the best thing is party schedule the programs. So more programs in the party assigning the department and we share program and then the requirements are maybe a programs be also requirements. Though sometimes I disagree with them because party communication is structured. Structured. The guy told me be a man focus only a lawyer, a way, political. It's say be a legal analysis of a law, but my friend lawyer. But if it is in the context of political communication, you don't necessarily need a lawyer. You need somebody who is properly briefed by party, and understands the issue and the politics of it. Because the area of radio so and TV so echo and law Law no court. Until we are a lawyer that say be a court that could discuss it because I want to put to go. But a back any Ghana for aiding exactly about special prosecutor say be find on my example. So I say me a lawyer for us. A political matter. Say politics no and a leading policy. So politics any law more interacting. So politics makes the law. Politics advances the policy.
Okay.
That's what I say. Yeah. If you are elected President Kufuor, say on the president, and will say or per se or this special prosecutor, that is politics.
Okay.
The MRA aspect, you know, and he say, "Why be so near MRA? MRA be my own point say you criticize. Yes, so you call Article 88. And no, my point say Attorney General and prosecuting. Attorney General all as I say, you creating when I say Attorney General money to me, and you can't act up or share art. And you say Attorney General, you passing art in India, or operationalize it through LI or Parliament. Now, and no act up or Attorney General authorization. Say office now about creating using only 2 million and go yeduma. Enti yaye 2 emra so but the policy is politics. It is about na and one by some so yen flew home no and I'm say 2 million no the politics of it is that okay you use our office if you are the objective of fighting corruption or akweshi saying enti we no who they anka politics now kasi anka law I say what say who critique court or TV so and I say who critique court or radio so
all right
but what I say
yeah
so you do my our friend of pay and we are politics say yeah na say the man there court say only me disagree no disagree say only there no pray say only me disagree o na odi bi man say me na me di for a court be to aka say emra no akosisi but the politics of it no actually say some office we dey move here
okay
but what I say ba sa programs here we free here edru ebra e be say ne nkofo no a ye hwe some accommodations I need media for no they say okay you pay way sometimes some pay empany phone be our experience or sector on there to me accommodate but the no is something party does yeah a year station normally no you penny set station other friend you penny say young kasa be sending nipa contical ben say mo show bi ho na nipa emma so ye mfa nipa ma so a na how say mo na mo friend nipa no a say mo tumi ma yehu na ye di nkuta ho na ye make sure say be deploy abasa programs.
All right, say you better asipa. We thank you very much. In fact, so just 30 seconds on this because my next speakers now I have Ora David Ofore and Ora Epe online CCCI yeah be different but catch before I about to abano this 30 seconds answer before I about to abano now for complaining about NPP communication say it's a little bit I mean say share near papa but you to be from 2025 basis I say the communication is so solid. Apart from Ashanti region, how they communication the leader there, people be complaining center, left and right. But as for that one, but what I'm saying is it looks like as a nation why no communication is solid. Why? So who opposition are different from say we are not criticism the same criticism than defending.
Yeah, what Ashanti Media say Poyando is a solid guy. By communication again, a cover, and he no there or a solid guy, no matter any day actually. But I said, someone said, Nippon 80, and they render that judgment. But what I say, because and then Ghana, Hana, my President Mahama say, Ghana economy no, and yes, I'm okay. But I you must stabilize the economy no. Once stabilize the economy, Nippon Yeduma. It is any part of if you are all yet man when you say economy it is someone who can panel experience naturally. In government, communication is difficult. It is a bit harder. That's a challenge that comes. But I think particularly they are all kind of say the best answer for you is that this government they are not performing. That's how come you can see that Ghanaians are in agreement with the opposition. That's the reflection you are seeing in our communication.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Don't you say I
me check ya he. Me check ya he.
About 40% unemployment, youth unemployment of Ghana.
This week, you better for this uncommon. Yes, you be this uncommon. Right, all right.